Okay, this is grammar lesson number 2, describing preference of more than one activity from chapter 11. Okay, don't forget to take good notes on this. If you have any questions, jot them down and bring them in with you tomorrow. Okay, so review of combining two clauses with TEF form. That's what we're going to be dealing with today. So we kind of already talked about this for preference of items, but we didn't really talk about preference of activities. You might recall from chapter 10 that we talked about how blank A is better than B, or A is out of A, B, and C, A is the most whatever it is. And so we did have grammar sentences that did reflect nouns with adjective features, but we didn't have anything with activities. So that's what we're doing today. So let's talk about clauses with TEF form for a quick second. So you can connect two clauses with the TEF form of predicates as in the following. So remember, I will go eat dinner and see a movie. Remember, you make the first activity a TEF form, and then you would conjugate at the end. Now, whatever you conjugate at the end dictates the tense of the whole entire sentence. Now, the limitations of this is you're saying that you can't really see when or which one started first. So in this case, you have to assume that you ate dinner and then you went to go see a movie. And that would be one of the things that's a limitation of the TEF form. Now, what if you want to be a little bit more broad and you want to avoid such strict representations of activities? So, like, for example, you don't want to just list every single thing you said, but you just want to give examples of items that you've done. Now, in this case, you could say things, I would do such things as eating dinner and watching movies. So you're listing activities. You're not limited to just eating dinner and watching movies, but you can do so much more beyond that. So in this case, you would use tari. Tari and then tari suru. Very simple. It just means do such things as A and B. So 私は寝たり食べたりしました. Okay, so to get the tari form of a verb, it's kind of easy. You might have figured it out because I did mention it. But you add D to the past tense short form of the verb. Okay. So what you would do is, so oyogu would be the short form. Now this is where you really need to review the present past short form. If you need to review it, please take a look at your textbook. You gotta know these conjugations. So please review it on your own time. I might take a time sometime this week to go over it, but don't rely on that. You have your grammar lessons from before, from Japanese too. So if anything, that is where you need to reference back to figure out the tenses and conjugations. So oyogu becomes oyoida. Okay, so it'll be oyoidari. Okay, so let's do some of these. Taberu becomes tabeta, so it'll be tabetari. Tsukareru becomes tsukareta, so it'll be tsukaretari. Now, misgozu, isn't it the same thing as using the stem and tari? Yes, but there's no, just like the TEF forms at the end, there's no indication that tells you that the ending of the present past short form is always ending in ta. It could be da or it could be n da. Okay, don't forget, just like TEF form. So that's why we can't just say it's just the stem plus tari. Okay, that's why we have to do short form plus li instead. So kenka shita becomes kenka shitari. So I do such things as being tired and fighting. Okay, to quit means yameru becomes yameta. Okay, so it'll be yametari. To cut class would be sabotta, because it's saboru, so sabotari. To own a pet is kau, so it'll be kattari. I know I didn't put the words in there, but I'm assuming that you guys know which ones they are. So if you need to, take a look at your notes. Okay, so tari suru. Okay, so the last activity, so we have A. You already know how to figure out A because it's kind of like TEF form. So you do the present, past affirmative short form, and then you add D, and then you put comma, and then the second part would just be the tari suru, and that's how you would end it. And that dictates the tense of the sentence, like I said, just like TEF form. So I do such thing as would be tari suru, be tari shimasu. Now, suru is short form, so that's why I put that in there. But if it wanted to make it long form, it would be shimasu, because you just need to conjugate the suru portion of this. Or shita or shimashita. Okay, so this is what you need to turn in tomorrow. These are all the questions. Okay, all you need to do is translate these. Yay! So, if you need help with some of these verbs, you can look it up if you need to. But these are all words from this week's list of vocab. So please take a look at that, and good luck. And that is it. Okay. Just a quick reminder. Please let your classmates know that you have this as an assignment, because I always forget to tell you all. I always put it on the homework assignment section of the Common Board, but I know you guys never look, so just please give your classmates a heads up.